Hope everyone was tailing the Browns and the Jets money line. That parlay by itself would have been nasty. And boy, oh boy, does it not reinforce the idea of any given Sunday. Hello everybody and welcome to week 7 of the 2023 NFL season and my prediction picks. I'm your host Catherine and you are on the Blind Canadian Cat YouTube channel where you see me here doing all sorts of things. Sports predictions, games, music, other miscellaneous fun stuff that we do here. Whether with me and my friends between the Coconut Mall, public Discord server, the fan-made rap battle community, the NFL YouTube prognosticators, and everyone in between. And I'm coming to you live after a performance where, straight up, we did good. We've been kicking ass this year on straight up, so I see why not we just keep rolling with it. But as far as everything else goes, and I'm sure you could see that all right here, spreads were not so friendly to me. And I think that's because I'm still getting more lenient on some teams. So it's one of those where, at this point, teams are starting to be who we think they are. So you're hesitant, you don't want to pick certain, or you're against giving benefit of the doubt. And now as we move forward, we're gonna be a little more harsher on teams. So it's like, if you give me no reason to trust you, I'm not gonna pick you. I don't trust you. And it's just gonna be as simple as that. And off to this week, here are your picks. And like I said, the theme for this week is basically just calling it how I see it. Again, I'll say this in the sense of, this is probably going to be my least confident betting-wise of a week, but at this point, these are more, do I trust you or not? And, so yeah, like with the Jags and the Saints, I've lost faith in the Saints. The Jags, they've been inconsistent, so they're probably going to be one and done in the playoffs anyway. Or they'll probably sneak a win if someone blows another 27-0 lead. But outside of that, I don't have much hope. And the Saints, where you could argue they win their division, ultimately, that's kind of gone down the drain a little bit. So, I'm just going to roll with Jacksonville here. At least they've given me more reason to trust them than the Saints have. And then same here with the Lions over the Ravens. I was tempted to pick my beloved Ravens. Trust me, I was. But I have a lot of faith in this Lions team. I really like what they're doing this year. And I really think they have a chance to just be a generally good team. Like, they might be one of those teams where it's like, yeah, they're having all the success and probably it's going to blow up in their face early in the playoffs. Maybe. But at this point, Philadelphia can be exposed. If San Francisco has to deal with injuries, who's to say the Lions can't make a push? Who's to say? I'm not going to get there yet. I'm not there yet, obviously, but at this point, I don't want to rule it out. I don't. And this is the one thing I hate about having glasses, because you can't. The fucking reflection. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. If only I could do these videos without it. But it is what it is. Because I can't even read my little note thing that I have over here. I can't read it. But yeah, the other ones you can kind of just gloss over or just kind of assume. I'm picking the Raiders. Yeah, it's going to be a shit show. And probably going to be one of the easiest unders you take. But you're asking me to bet between a guy whose name I can't even remember, other than it sounds like Baguette. So, Baguette versus whatever Aiden O'Connell might be able to possess. Or if the Raiders choose not to do that, go to the 40-year-old Brian Hoyer. Shit, he might even be 50. I don't know. He's been around for too long. I don't trust it. But I will say this. The Raiders have been competitive, even without Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I'm going to go with that. Against a guy who, yes, you don't expect to play, but you didn't look good. You didn't look good. Whatever. And then, yeah, kind of obvious, Bills to blow out the Patriots, because again, the Patriots are going to be a bottom 5 team in the NFL. I'm sticking with that at this point. They're going to be a bottom 5 team. Buffalo will win by 10. I don't know what the hell happened on Sunday night. I think the NFL wanted them to lose too, just for, blah, blah, blah reasons. Everyone loses. No one gets money. Nobody gets money. I don't know. But New England sucks. Buffalo should blow them out. Browns over the Colts. You hope Watson gets back, but if not, the run game, the defense, they'll take care of business. Tampa over Atlanta. Again, you can go either way with this game. I'm not going to fault you. If you do, like I said, this is not a very smart betting week, if we're being honest. But I'll roll with Tampa. Again, Atlanta at this point has given me no reason to trust them. There's been no reason to trust them. So I'm not doing it. And same with Washington, which is why I'm taking the Giants. Yeah, the Giants haven't given me a reason to trust them either, but in a game where you don't trust either team, you might as well take the dog. And this is not like the Raiders and the Bears where it's, I don't trust either team, because I do not trust either team, but I definitely don't trust the Bears. This one, you can go either way. I don't trust either of these teams equally, though. But Washington has a higher ceiling for me than New York did. So my bar with New York is low. So if they lose this game overall, it's, oh, okay, you lied. I've kind of expected you to lose this game. And I'm not going to care. Because you're not going to make the playoffs. That's already kind of that's where my mind is. New York's not making the playoffs. Washington's not making the playoffs. So who cares? Don't touch this game. But who cares? Settle over Arizona. At this point, I'm kind of done giving Arizona covers. Because they've kind of let me down the last 2 or 3 weeks. So at this point, I'm going to stop doing it. Although Seattle might be the perfect time for this to come in, I'm not going to do it. Rams over the Steelers. The Steelers, I'm convinced, are still going to be like one of those 9-8 teams. So they're going to win some, they're going to lose some. And again, maybe this is a bias, but I have a little more faith in the Rams than the Steelers. They're Green Bay, and like I said, it comes down to who do you have faith in. I've lost faith in the Green Bay Packers. Not that I have any faith in Denver, but if you're asking me to pick one, I'll go with the underdog, which especially because I think they're at home too, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, they're at home. Denver's at home. They've had pretty much the same amount of rest as Green Bay, because Green Bay was on the bye week, but Denver played Thursday, so they pretty much had roughly the same rest. And I don't just trust Green Bay. I don't. I've lost faith in Green Bay. So I'm not going to bet on them. I'm just simply not going to do it. KC over the Chargers. This will be my one where I think the losing team can still cover. Because there's low-key, I do think LA wins this game. But like in the sense of KC is going to lose at least one of these division games. Why not? They'll be a home game to the Chargers, who are the most inconsistent team in the NFL, dating back to forever ago. I'm sure half the progs could tell you their feelings towards them. But don't be surprised if the Chargers win this game. Eagles over the Dolphins. I would have gone Miami, but Philly lost last week, and as inconsistent as we might be on Philly, I don't think they lose 2 in a row. And again, Miami, for as good as they are, have mostly beaten up on bad teams. When they played Buffalo, they got their shit ran. Marlon. Making sure he doesn't unplug the computer. So, I'm not going to say that Philly's going to run their shit, but I think Philly's going to be a little more pissed off that they lost to the Jets last week. So, I think they're going to try a little harder. Yes, we shall see. And then Niners over the Vikings. I'm glad you guys are pushing on your narrative of the Vikings and Kirk Cousins can't win primetime games and then keep scheduling them the hardest games. Yeah, if you want to be an elite QB, you got to beat good teams, but come on, guys. You need to schedule Kirk Cousins more like Bears or Giants or some other shit like that for primetime games. You're just stat-padding him to have shitty primetime games. That's how I see it. And those are my games. Again, this is not my most confident betting week, and you could probably see that by my parlay. We're going to go Browns money line, Raiders money line, Chargers spread, Eagles spread, and then Steelers Rams under. I do really like the Steelers Rams on the under though, because they get Pittsburgh. They don't have much of an offense. They're all defense. Rams, we're still trying to figure out what that offense is. Pittsburgh has a really good defense. LA, meh. But But for 43, you can get away with this being a 23-20 game. You can absolutely get away with that. Or a 24-18. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. So that's why I think you get away with the under. Because I don't think either team... I don't think both teams go over 20. So... And I don't think Pittsburgh's defense will let the Rams score a lot. I don't think Pittsburgh's offense will score a lot. Because Pittsburgh's offense just can't score. That's how I see it. And then we go on to fantasy real quick, where it's still a struggle bus on a lot of leagues. We're catching some fire in other ones, but it's still a bunch of losing efforts. 2-4 in LOA, 2-4 in the Yankee & Co., 3-3 in Base Score's finest. So we're building up. A lot of 3-3s right now, so it's still like bottom-ish of the league. But then again, it's still only week 6, so you hope for more progress. And then 1-5 in the Dynasty League, I finally caught a win. So hopefully we can keep building with this team. I've had to pick up a lot of waiver wire running backs for this week because I just don't know who to trust. I don't have many good running backs, and there's just none. When you play Dynasty and you play 12-man, waiver wires are just kind of a joke. You just hope someone gets hurt or released, and so a team is forced to sign somebody else. But until then, you're just kind of hoping for the best. And that's going to be all for me on these picks. And you guys know the drill by now. Follow me on my Twitter, CanadianCatCP, Instagram, BlankCanadianCat, Twitch. We'll stream one day. Maybe. I don't know. And then hop in Discord. I got my beautiful server. I also have the link to Coconut Mall down below, so that way you have plenty of opportunities. My cat is biting my foot, and I'm not wearing any shoes, so it hurts like a bitch. One final note before I decide to go. This video is more than likely going to be uploaded on a Friday, just due to my scheduling. And so with that being the case, by the time you see this, I will be celebrating my 6 months on the hormone replacement therapy. So we've reached a nice milestone, and I'm very excited. And I thank you all for coming along with me on this journey. And with that, my name is Catherine. I love you all, and I shall see you next week. Good luck with the games, and good luck with your picks. Peace, love, and trust. Goodbye, everybody.